last one right here.
Still unexplained drone sightings. Let's bring in retired U.S. Army Colonel Joe Bacino. Joe, you were a spokesman for CENTCOM, right? I mean, if the military was somehow involved in flying these drones, shouldn't somebody come out and say so?
Somebody should say so. I think right now what you're seeing coming out of the Department of Defense is just not believable. There's two statements coming out of the Pentagon. One, we have no idea what these things are, and two, these things are not a threat. Okay, those two statements are in conflict with one another. If you know they're not a threat, then you know what they are.
Right, and you know, in these days when the Ukrainians and others have honed the ability to arm drones, to use, you know, high explosives on drones, you know, the fact that these things are just flying willy-nilly around military bases in this country is not very comforting.
No, it's not. And if you think about, John,
flying around military bases. Come on now, guys. Like, come on. Obviously, if I want to go and attack the military in a country, let me find out where their military base is first. Let me get everything that I can get from them. Let me know what times that they do this and that, because everything is on a system and everything does the same thing over time. There's a pattern to certain things. That's what they're getting. That's the information that they're getting. Whoever it is, I'm starting to believe that it's Iran, in my opinion. Just my opinion, man. Just because they've already tried to assassinate Trump already. There's already information on that. They don't like what they did to, I think his name was Soleimani. And wasn't that the guy where we took a drone and went over to Iran and that drone killed him? And so I'm starting to think that this may be Iran. I just have to make up my own sense of this since the government won't tell me.
U.S. Northern Command. They're based in Colorado. This is the American command responsible for securing American airspace. They have AI-based intercept. They have observation based on commercial satellites all over the country. They have a $12 billion air defense system over the country. I just don't believe that they don't know what's flying for weeks and weeks over American airspace, over residential areas, over the Picatinny Arsenal, which is...
Okay, so here we go. Drone sightings at U.S. military installations. So they're going by military bases. And if this was something the United States was doing, this would not be a problem. Trust me, we all know this. So we've got some in Nevada. We've got some in California, which I heard about. Now I'm seeing Virginia on this map, okay? Now, these are military bases, but I also heard about it being in Philadelphia. So these damn drones are everywhere, everywhere.
An American military research lab in New Jersey.
They're grabbing intelligence from our military because if they can take down our military, we are weak in any country, right? This is starting to seem really, I'm trying to use common sense here, so this is my analogy again, but this is starting to become common sense to me to where what I'm seeing is that they want to get information on how we're running our military bases so that if they make an attack, we are at our lowest point of expectation.
Yeah, it was disturbing enough when that Chinese spy balloon was, you know, floating over our country for a week or so. But these are even more sophisticated and probably more troublesome just because, you know, we heard one New Jersey senator say that New Jersey sent one of its choppers after the thing and it turned off its lights and disappeared. That doesn't sound like it's operated by somebody friendly.
No.
Right. It's clear here that the Pentagon has some information. And I think maybe we just keep in mind here that this is the same Pentagon that back in January lied about the location and condition of the U.S. Secretary of Defense, that lied about the conditions on the ground in Ukraine, that lied about this Chinese spy balloon for about a week. So I think that we can't really be...
Oh, you mean even though this is the same administration that has lied to us for about everything? Hey, let me go down the list since you just kind of started it there, sir. They also lied to us, just this entire administration. This entire administration is an absolute freaking disaster. Okay? They lied to us about freaking the pardons that he just did. He just literally said, hey, I'm not going to do it. Hey, I'm not going to do it. He does it. They lied to us about that. They lied to us about inflation. Inflation is transitory. We're fine. They're lying to us right now about, I'm handing over the strongest economy over to Donald Trump. That's a damn lie, right? You got people believing that we have a good economy, but meanwhile, they are still getting hammered at the damn pump, hammered at the grocery store. But you're telling us that everything's fine. Everything's fine. Should we continue to go down the lie list of things that this administration has done? And this is why we don't trust the government. Meanwhile, they want to tell us that, hey, man, it's misinformation. This is this and that. No, we can clearly see you guys have been lying to us. I just seen Mayorkas, who was the head of the Department of Homeland Security, come on CNN, sit on here and talk about these drones and says, and straight gaslights. Says, we don't know what they are, but trust me, guys, it should not be a threat to the American people in New Jersey. And this is the same guy who, when Donald Trump said, hey, man, I need more Secret Service 2 years ago, Mayorkas said, no, we're not going to give it to you. And Trump was saying that there was a threat on his life at that time a couple years ago. You know what Trump also did? He also said that RFK Jr., before any of this happened, before they became cool, this was a couple years ago, he even said RFK Jr. deserves to have protection as well from what happened to his family before they became even on the same team. Mayorkas was, oh, no. They're lying to us about a lot of things, and this is why I am upset about where we are, right? So my Uncle Chuck says, there has never been an honest politician. There hasn't been, but I can tell you there has been some administrations that have been a little bit more transparent, whether we like them or not, in the American people. I would say, as dumb as things that Donald Trump has said, he's been transparent. This administration right here, they're hiding Biden. He doesn't come on TV. He doesn't have a lot of media, like presses, right? Media time. They're always hiding him. And then even with his press secretary, when I've been watching, they've just been lying to us left and right, and we constantly see it. And so now they're wondering why we don't trust the government. And it's always been that, but people are not trusting the government even more because of stuff like this.
Comfortable with the information we're receiving here. I think, in my mind, it is unlikely that this is coming from overseas. I think given the size of these drones and given the likelihood that these are piloted by line of sight, it may be piloted from the water, but I don't think this is coming from hundreds of miles away. I just don't think, drones of this size could come from hundreds of miles away because it's probably also powered by lithium batteries. I think this is coming somewhere close to the New Jersey, somewhere close to the coast.
I wish I knew more about aviation so that I can kind of understand the common sense of like how this works. But it just seems that if these things are running for hours and hours and hours, could it be solar? Like, could it be solar powered? Is that a possibility? Because usually drones only run for, I don't know, not even a total of like 30 minutes. Like even like the real good ones, maybe they run for like an hour. I don't know. But they're saying that these things are running for hours. I don't know.
The governor of New York has taken notice. This all started with ordinary citizens getting a little upset at what they were seeing. But now the governor has taken notice. Kathy Hochul put out a statement saying, this has gone too far. I'm calling on Congress to pass the Counter-UAS Authority Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act. This bill would reform legal authorities to counter UAS and strengthen the FAA's oversight of drones, and would extend counter UAS activities to select state and local law enforcement agencies. The Biden administration must step in by directing additional federal law enforcement to New York and the surrounding region to ensure the safety of our critical infrastructure and our people. It's kind of interesting.
All right, cool. So that's the last point that I'm going to, pretty much go on. Shout out to Carl Poplar. First time I seen you in the live stream. So she got death threats. Who's that? Talking about the governor. Hope to see you on the next live stream too. But what I'm saying here is a lot of people are asleep at the wheel, right? Including Biden. Biden's always asleep, right? Biden was just asleep in front of one of the. He went to Africa like 2 weeks ago and was sleeping right in front of somebody, right on camera. So it's not a surprise. Oh, you're talking about Jay-Z. Okay, I got you. So I think that I think our administration is tapped out right now. It just feels like no, you all right, Carl. I was just making sure I got what you were saying. It just seems like this administration is tapped out, right? They're on a 2-week notice. They don't care. They're just messing up the house on the way out, pretty much. That's what they're doing right now. Joe Biden should be pretty freaking active, in my opinion. Like, we should be seeing stories of how active he is right now with the drones and what's going on. We've heard absolutely nothing. I mean, yeah, we heard from Trump, put out a tweet that basically says, if you don't know what they are, shoot them down. Why in the hell are we hearing from Donald Trump first and not Joe Biden? This is why I said, man, we got to get Donald Trump in office, man. We just got to get him in office, man, because this amount of cancer that's in the freaking White House right now is insane. It is insane. It's like, yo, we just want common sense back in the room. Joe Biden, prided himself on saying we got the adults back in the room when he got elected, and that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. The adults are not back in the room. There's a bunch of children running the White House. We need to find out what's going on with these drones. You have Americans that are now kind of in fear because they're like I just seen, and I just reacted to one on my last live stream where the guy was reporting and saying, there's a drone right here. There's a drone right behind me as I'm speaking to you guys. He said, I've been out here for an hour and I've seen over 30 drones. What in the world is going on here? Just insane. Mary, what's going on? I haven't seen Mary on here in a while. So she says, I live by a military base within a mile in a rural Indiana, and they fly drones all the time. Them suckers are big as a single engine plane sometimes. Also, they run for hours.
Sensational.
Interesting. So, that's just my take on this, when it comes to these drones. I'm hoping that we get answers. I think that's all we want. We just want some information. I think the more information you can give us, just something. Hey, this is from our military. This is testing. This is what it is. Or like you're telling us, when you tell us you don't know, that is worse than saying nothing. When you say, well, yeah, we've been thinking about it and researching it for a month, but we don't know where it's coming from. You would know if it's coming from your military. You would know these things. But, that's my take on this, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I just wanted to jump on this live stream real quick and just kind of give you guys, a couple stories. Hopefully just something for your Sunday or whenever you watch it. Make sure to tune in to my weekly live streams. I'll be running some on my YouTube channel. I do at least 2 a week. I'm trying to get to 2 to 3, 3 at least. I like doing live streams. I like interacting with you guys. You guys make it a great show. You guys make it more entertaining for me to make videos compared to me just making this, just by myself with no live chat, right? So people like Healer, people like Carl, people like my Uncle Chuck, you guys make it
sensational,
fun to make videos, right? Y'all make it making videos fun again for me. All right.